welcome to my kitchen. This morning is Sunday morning and my girls asked me if I would make some monkey bread for them. And since I haven't shown you how I make monkey bread, I thought I'd bring you along for the ride.
Tell them why.
Why? Because last night I was working at the computer on my my new e-cookbook, and Molly asked for something and I said, yeah, that'll happen, maybe monkeys will fly out of my butt. And then Molly said, maybe you can make monkey bread. We all died laughing. And so how could I not wake up this morning and go to the store and get the things to make monkey bread? Super simple recipe, few ingredients, most of them you're already going to have on hand. Maybe one thing you're going to have to run to the store for. So let's take a look at what goes in here. Now, this does take refrigerator biscuits. This is the kind, these are the cheapest kind. They come in a 4-pack. You can use the name brand, you can use the store brand, it doesn't matter. Just these kind, and there's 10 to a tube, and you need all 4. See, I have the other 3 over here I've already used. I'm going to show you how to cut these up. And I cut them in 4 pieces each. This is not an exact measurement. You may have some left over, you may not. There's 2 sticks of butter here that I melted. I have a cup of white sugar, a cup of dark brown sugar, a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. You can use cinnamon, you can use apple pie spice, you can use whatever you want. This is just a nice blend of spices, and since I'm really feeling fall, I thought the pumpkin pie spice would be the perfect accompaniment. And Rick said put raisins, so what I have here is I have about a cup of raisins that I had vacuum sealed in a package. I took some out, I broke them up, and I covered them with hot water. I also put about a teaspoon of vanilla in here, so it's kind of steeping, and that's just to make the raisins plump up a little so they're not so hard when I put them in here. And nobody wants to bite into a tough little nugget of a raisin. Okay, so like I said, just letting them steep in here, and then that way when you put them in there, it'll be nice and soft. But you can see that I have, this is 3 packages of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go open this one up. And these are opening up really easy. Probably because I walked around the grocery store too long. Just take them all out. And it doesn't matter if you mangle them a little. It's really okay. I have washed my scissors so they are impeccably clean. Cut them in half. Cut them in half. So you're going to cut them in 4 pieces. Super simple. Then we'll set up our assembly line. The other thing I have previously done is I prepared my tube pan. This is my angel food cake pan. I took it out and I wiped it clean, because sometimes when you put it in your cabinet you don't know what might get down in there. So I wiped it out and then I sprayed it with some cooking spray. I sprayed it liberally with some cooking spray, because essentially what you're going to be making here is a caramel with the butter and the brown sugar, and you're going to want that to come out of your pan. And I realize that my pan is non-stick, but you know what? Just because they say it's non-stick doesn't mean it's not always going to be non-stick. And I take very good care of my cookware. However, there are things that won't release from a non-stick pan unless they have cooking spray on there. So let me get rid of these. Set up my assembly line. Got that. Butter, or sugars. I'm going to take my sugar and I'm going to just use my hands and break it up as I stand here with the spoon in my other hand, but I want to break up that brown sugar. And you know what? You can use all brown sugar, you can use all white sugar, it doesn't matter. You can mix the 2 together, you can use light brown sugar, it doesn't matter. I have made this before with just white sugar, but I like the flavor that the dark brown sugar gives this. It gives it a nice sticky bun flavor. And it also makes a deeper, darker caramel, and we all seem to like that better. So, this is just my take on it. And by putting your spices in with the sugar, you're really getting a good distribution of those flavors as well. So make sure you mix it up really good. And now, don't worry too much about how clean your hands might be, because, I mean, wash your hands because they're going to get dirty. Okay, so let's put a handful of these little dough balls in the butter. Once you get this going, it's really easy. But, again, this is not for people who don't like to get their hands dirty. Roll these around in the butter. Let's toss them in the sugar. Toss them in the pan. Now, everybody, monkey bread is nothing new. Monkey bread has been around for a long time. I venture to guess the first time I remember my mom making it, I was a kid, so that was probably in the 70s sometime. There is a recipe for monkey bread that's going, you know, it's called pull apart cinnamon rolls or overnight cinnamon rolls. And it uses frozen bread dough that's been thawed out. It also uses some butter, some butterscotch pudding mix. I believe you can use any kind of pudding mix you like. I have made that one, and maybe one day I'll share that one with you as well. That one is a nice overnight monkey bread. That one's good for like Christmas. Like if you want to put that together on Christmas Eve and throw it in your fridge, you wake up Christmas morning, you can put that in the oven while you're opening presents. And then mom's not too stressed out. See, that's the whole premise of my new e-cookbook. It is called Holiday Helper, and I'm putting that together right now, and I'm hoping to have it released in October. And I'm going to have that available on my website. And it's going to help everybody to kind of put together a menu plan for their holiday meal without getting stressed out, because like I say on my cover, the holidays should be happy, not horrible. How many of us have had horrible holidays? I'd venture to guess many. And I think we bring it on ourselves. But you know what? When you have dishes like this monkey bread in your arsenal, holidays are a no-brainer, because you know what you want to have in your fridge and in your pantry, and you can't go wrong. You have a few basic good ingredients, and you have a nice collection of recipes to use those ingredients, and you can't go wrong, because it doesn't matter if somebody drops by and you feel like you don't have anything to feed them. Nonsense. You've always got something if you've got some good recipes and some basic ingredients on hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to fill up this pan with, right after, let's see, I'm going to put these 2 layers in here. Just use 2 little pieces. I'll rinse my hands a little bit. Before I go, I'm going to throw a handful of these raisins. Just kind of squeeze them out a little. You don't want too much water in there. And that's going to bake up around. I'm going to finish dipping and rolling and tossing, and when I come back, I'll show you what these look like before they go in the oven. Okay, we're back. I'm just finishing up this monkey bread. Now this top is going to be the bottom, and I just show you, after we went off camera to finish this, Rick said, you know what, some pecans would really be good in there, and I went, oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. So I went and I got a bag of vacuum sealed pecans out of the food storage. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. And I vacuum seal these a cup at a time, and I just put them in a bucket, and I have them in a closet.
They taste fresh.
And this is just when I got down to the end, that last batch that I needed to dip and roll, the sugar was a little low and it was getting a little fussy. So I put the sugar and the little balls of dough in the butter dish all together. I mixed them around, and what you saw me just do is put the remaining amount of butter in there. Excuse me, I'm going to rinse my hands because I'm all buttery and sugary. All right.
So you're sweet and sticky?
No, don't say that. I don't know how sweet I am. Alrighty.
I think you're plenty sweet.
You have to say that.
Doesn't hurt.
I'm gonna just wipe off the outside of the pan here so it doesn't burn, and I'm gonna put this in a 350-degree oven, and that should bake in about 25 minutes. So when this is ready to come out, I'll come back, I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll fix you a plate of monkey bread, because I know you're hungry. It's Sunday morning. See you in a minute. My pan from the oven, you will notice that it is on a sheet pan underneath it, and I'll tell you why. Because about 20 minutes into the baking process, I noticed, and I had checked it, because this is an angel food cake pan, it has a removable bottom. It did drip a little in the bottom, so now my kitchen is all smoky from burnt sugar. But not to worry, I went ahead and I got my baking sheet, put 2 layers of parchment on here, and I just put the pan on it. So we've taken it out of the oven, and we really don't want this to crap. Yeah. Don't worry. Hot sugar is hot sugar. Ow. Don't worry if it falls apart, because we're gonna eat it and take it apart anyway.
Yeah.
So, if you're making it for a party, then, you know, I wouldn't even worry about it. I really wouldn't. And yes, maybe it doesn't look so pretty right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this and kind of make that go back the other direction. There. And you're gonna have to clean up the pan for sure. This isn't one of those, you know, I could have lined it with aluminum foil and that would have helped. But let me get a pan, a little plate for you, and we'll fix your plate. It's still very hot. And I have my water running in the sink here. And we're gonna let Spooky outside.
This is Spooky, this is Simba.
So, you know, who wouldn't enjoy that? Have that with your iced coffee for breakfast, or a nice cup of hot coffee. And like I said, this is a nice thing for a buffet, because people can just come and pick at it and take however many pieces they like. Once it's cool, all of that caramelized sugar is going to thicken up and get really gooey like a sticky bun, and it's going to be delicious. So, there you have it. Disasters averted. Burning fingers aside. Don't you do that. You be more careful. And I hope you try this, and I hope you like it. Until next time, I'll see ya.